Hello, sweet souls. Thank you for being here. Welcome to Gaia Fairy Tarot. This is going to be a general collective reading, so it's not going to resonate with everybody. Just take what clicks and leave what doesn't. So I just got this deck in the mail, and I was flipping through it. I was shuffling it, and I was thinking about the Queen of Wands and King of Pentacles, who in the last reading, Spirit kind of left us hanging. But they're doing something on the internet that needs to be stopped, right? Like it looks like to them, or they feel like it's bringing them happiness, but it's actually like bringing them unhappiness. It's actually creating despair in their lives. But I was shuffling this new deck, and these three came out as I was thinking about that. So you might be overturning some kind of riddle about toxicity, some sort of toxic offer, some sort of offering of toxicity, or something maybe a little bit more sinister, okay? So you're overturning a riddle about some sort of toxic offering. This was the journey of a mature woman. Maybe that's this Queen of Wands. And the journey of a main male, a King of Pentacles. And their journey to an official person or with an official person. And they had expectations for this journey. Okay, can we get a few for this? Now they're concerned. What is this concern? They're concerned that things are going to change. Something's going to change. They're concerned about a car change. What is this? Concerned about a change. Okay, one more. Thank you. A change in a marriage. They're concerned about something changing in a marriage or a relationship or marriage. An occupation. They're concerned that you change your marital status in your job. Or maybe contract marriages was their job. People were deserted through mind control, or deserting people is mind control, is a tactic. Desert them and then they go missing. And this is fraud. This is how they commit fraud, is by making deserted people go missing and making it look like an accident. Making the fraud look like an accident, or committing fraud through creating accidents. Something occurring in a tunnel, creating one way in, one way out, like entrapping people, making people go down the path that they choose for them. This is toxic behavior with toxic behavior. That's how they control your life in a marriage. If they're concerned about this changing. This cult, you might be associated with people who are in a cult and you don't even know it. they wanted to get you imprisoned, or they're going to prison for their toxic behavior. They're in regret. Or they wanted you to be imprisoned in your head because of regret, maybe for leaving them, for changing something in a marriage. They're going to prison and they're in regret because they took out a life insurance policy on you. Or they're in regret for what they did in the past for life insurance. Celebrity. You're a celebrity. You're associated with celebrities. Celebrities are the ones who create these tunnels. Or celebrities are the ones that do this activity in the tunnel so that they're not seen. They do toxic behavior in a tunnel. Celebrity accident. Didn't Princess Diana get in an accident in a tunnel? I don't know why it's giving me that, but they make it look like an accident that you are maybe on the path that you're on. Or that they trap you with toxic behavior and then make your death look like an accident. These celebrities in a cult. But it's not accidental. This cult makes it look like an accident, but it's actually assassination. Accidental assassination. Imprisonment, assassination, Holy Spirit. What do we have here? In your neighborhood, they wanted you to feel trapped in your neighborhood because of this attempted assassination. But this neighborhood regrets what they did for greed with life insurance. Because there's justice. Because justice is here. Okay, so celebrities are either being surveilled in the tunnels that this is being watched, this behavior, or they were watching you. Celebrities have been watching you on your path in this artificial entrapment that they've created for you. They were watching some sort of accident that cut you off from your resources, or they wanted it to look like you hung yourself, like you've created all this yourself. But somebody was doing this because they were jealous. They wanted to strangle you and delete you because they were jealous. These people in your neighborhood or your community that chose this path, this was the road that they chose for greed. And it was a crime of passion, okay? They loved you, nobody can have you but me. And they're in their emotions because there's justice. Okay. In their emotion because they're getting consequences for their actions. Okay. Actually, let's get some true intentions. They wanted to close out a loan. That's why they needed life insurance. It's because they wanted to close out a loan and secure their future. Or somebody may be wanting a loan from you in the future. This loan would have been great news. Or you're going to get great news about a loan. Who knows? Let's see, what do we have here? Maybe you changed something with the loan after a divorce, or because you're married, or because you got married. have here, Holy Spirit? Do you have any? Okay. I had to line them up. Okay. To be honest, they were amused about your health. Amused about your health, to be honest. So you're healthy, or maybe you weren't healthy in the past, and to be honest, they were amused about it. Yeah, pass, okay. Your health in the past amused them. But they will not confess this to you. They would never tell you that they were happy if you were sad, unhealed, in bad health. But they're curious. Maybe they're curious because you're healthy now, and they want to know how you did it. Because they feel obligated to mirror you. Oh, because, okay, they're curious how you were able to project their truths back at them. Like, maybe you were treated like an obligation, and then you made them feel like they were an obligation. So that's what made whoever this is face themselves, is by giving them basically a dose of their own medicine. What you give is what you get. I'm not going to give any more than what you're giving me. Okay. Interesting. Negative. I'm hiding my true intentions, and I don't actually care about your well-being. Yeah, okay. Maybe that is something that you mirrored back as well. I'm here to support and elevate you while expecting nothing in return. This is your natural state of being. Is like, I'm here to support you, and I want you to elevate. And whether you do that for me or not, but you can only do that so much without, it being taken advantage of and not respecting yourself. And they took advantage of this in order to sabotage you. But you got closure for this. They wanted to exploit you for your venting sessions. Maybe you told them something in the past to vent, or maybe open up or be vulnerable, and they've used this information to exploit you in some way, to create chaos, because they're desperate, because they're getting bad news and they're frustrated. Okay? All right. Okay, so somebody's getting bad news. They're upset about it. They can't handle it. They're in their head. Justice is here. They're having to face karma for whatever they've done. In the tunnel with the devil. Look at what you're doing and make sure that you're ready for the consequences of your actions, because nobody is selling their soul for you. Nobody is here to sell, and the angels are not going to look out for you when you're taking advantage of other people. That's just unacceptable behavior. Unacceptable. All right, Holy Spirit. Okay, who's in concern about a change in a marriage and a riddle being overturned about a venomous offering? It was a venomous offering, so that's why you changed the status of the marriage. And this is not a riddle. It was not a riddle for you. You figured it out. figured out that they were holding on to you in order to have their ships come in. So they were getting something because they were married to you. But these ships are a missed opportunity. Maybe that's why they're concerned that something changed, because their ships are not coming in, because you're not married anymore. This emperor figure, maybe that's your ex-husband, father, could be anybody really, just a boyfriend. Somebody that you used to hold in high honor though. The emperor is getting money news, or the emperor, this could be somebody who works in the courthouse and they receive some sort of money news. Or there's money news about an emperor. What is this money news about an emperor? Divine Spirit. Thank you. Somebody was betrayed here with some sort of money news and an emperor. Who's this emperor? Who's this emperor, Holy Spirit? Somebody who has a lot of money. Maybe somebody who left you an inheritance, generational wealth. Maybe this emperor in the court system has control of some kind of money. Somebody needed you to surrender to conflict. You healed the conflict with your money with the emperor. What's this Page of Pentacles? Okay, so it does have to do with some sort of inheritance, I think. Or somebody was generous with somebody to win at all cost. That's the truth. The truth was somebody was generous to somebody. A Queen of Pentacles to win at all costs. So a Queen of Pentacles was given money to maybe distort some sort of truth, or to win at all costs with the truth. And a contract. So this could be you, actually. Part of your soul contract is to tell the truth and win at all costs, and the divine will be generous with you if you remain truthful and honest. This is 10 Swords. It had victory and success going sideways. Meaning, ooh, I think that's a negative. They did not get victory and success with betraying you. Or they will not get, maybe it's still in the air whether or not they're going to get victory and success. That's what they were doing to try, but it didn't go all the way in their favor. Okay, this was an investment with a Queen of Wands. An investment to betray someone here was unsuccessful, or is still pending in court or something. Can I get a couple more on this 10 Swords? Actually, I'm gonna get a new deck. The truth is saving you. The truth is your defense. Defend the truth. It's a missed opportunity for them to block the truth. With a King of Wands. This King of Wands is being rejected from being able to block the truth about lovers, or about a relationship, about having many options. What's this? Emperor, generational wealth, healing conflict. You don't have lovers? There are no lovers? I hope that's not too close. Yeah, okay, so you don't have lovers. You are healed. You keep to yourself. You don't have many relationships probably, and that is what is healing this conflict about your either physical or spiritual inheritance in the eyes of the Emperor. Okay, what is this lack of lovers? The fact that you were paying lovers, or you're generous. You were generous with the people that you were with in the past, and this is closing out this cycle. There's a cycle being closed out with this. Okay, can I get a few more on this Ten of Swords? Queen of Wands, investing into a failed attempt. She's in despair. She's in despair. She's sad because she couldn't succeed in Ten of Swords in you. Oh no. She's sad because you're healed. Because you healed something over here. She's sad about this healing because she was trying to lie about you and say you had many lovers to create conflict about your spiritual or physical inheritance, and this was a risk that she took. This was a risk to move on to calmer waters. This is how she thought she was going to move to calmer waters, with this distorted Emperor figure. What is this cycle? Of lovers. Okay, I get it. The cycle of, you closed out a cycle of having different partners, and this is what you closed out that cycle. Okay. And it's a secret that you moved forward and started working on, or wait, they were doing something in secret and working with others on a strategy with your relationship. And an attorney to lie or steal from you and stab you in the back with this conflict. There it is, 10 swords in the conflict. But it's a missed opportunity and a tower because you're stable. Okay. Good. You're stable. At least you're stable. That's what matters. Okay, so they secretly wanted you to be emotionally unstable? Yeah, that's what that other one says. That's what these said. It's like They were secretly happy that you were, when you were like out of balance. Your instability brought them quiet contentment. You just want a companionship, or simple companionships bring you peace and satisfaction. I think that they were happy that you were only in like shitty relationships. It brought them quiet contentment to watch you go through hard times. Not wanting you to rush for answers. Just trust the process. Like, no, if somebody's leading you on, that's a hard no. That is manipulation. That's mind control. That's mind control through a relationship. They're doing it for a reason. Just because somebody's intrigued in you does not mean that it's real love. Like, there's such a thing called the honeymoon phase, and until that is over, you don't really know a person, because they can keep on a mask. And that's one of the tactics that people use to isolate you from your family and just take advantage of you. Yeah, this is the hidden truth. This is the hidden truth. Don't be intrigued. Don't trust everybody that you meet. Someone is keeping a close eye on your actions. Okay, so this emperor may have been watching you to see if you had these lovers that they were saying that you had. Yeah, to see if you had a love triangle going. If you had many lovers. Confirmation. And they were telling partial truths. So, yeah, maybe you did sleep with people in the past, but that's not how you are now. That's a partial truth. They said, yeah, okay, that's how you were, but they double-crossed you. But you released expectations of these people. Or if you have not, you should release any expectation of them apologizing, because they have a mental illness. If people will want you to vent to them and pretend like that you can trust them, but then you find out that what you told them got back to somebody else or the person that you were talking about, you know, just venting because you guys had an argument. It's like, that is betrayal. And if they're willing to betray you on that small of level, there's no end to how far they'll go to betray you. I'm a firm believer in that. Like, maybe that's not for everybody, but yeah, that's my unfiltered truth. You should speak your unfiltered truth. And if you can't, you need to do some shadow work and go within and figure out, why can't you live in your authentic self? This is breaking news. Whatever this money news is. It's going to be a surprising revelation, because you don't know about whatever was going on with this Queen of Pentacles, who had a contract. Or maybe this is you. It's you're responsible for bringing some sort of truth, some sort of breaking news. We'll get some more on this breaking news. Or maybe you got money news that's going to completely change your life. Breaking news. A destined encounter is about to happen between you and someone. Maybe you're about to meet your soulmate. Inner conflict. You have to make some sort of decision. If you cross paths with somebody. So it's like you've got the news already. If you cross paths with this person who wanted to keep you in a love triangle, or I don't know if that was happening, but uncovered evidence will change your view on things. Okay, so maybe they're going through conflict over the news that they got about this Queen of Wands and this Emperor in reverse. So they're trying to resolve some sort of conflict. And they've gotten new evidence that's going to help them do it. Somebody's going to be crossing your path to bring you this news. The uncovered truth is that somebody was holding silent resentment against you. So somebody had something against you, and they tried to get you in trouble, but rather than react, you responded in a responsible and dignified way, and that made them resent you even more. Okay, can we get some on this Ten of Swords? So, you got a new perspective on this bad influence, whoever this was. This Ten of Swords was trying, or this bad influence was trying to betray you. Yeah, this person was in your inner circle. Someone who was in your inner circle that was playing mind games. Playing mind games with you and being a bad influence so that you would betray yourself, so that you wouldn't reach your full potential. Yeah, but they did not want you to get an unexpected revelation or unexpected news. Yeah, they were trying to block this unexpected news. I feel like it's some sort of money news that is being investigated, but they did not want you to get this, and they did not want you to see this. They didn't want you to have a revelation about it. So, and they thought that this distance would only be temporary. But you found your authentic self and saw that they were setting double standards and they were not loyal to you. So you protected your heart and found your peace, like, within yourself. And you tested these friendships and you figured out that they were all smoke and mirrors. So you put up your protective shell, you let the relationship drift apart, and then you trusted in the process. You trusted in God, and now you're ready to spill the beans. Adventure awaits. They were going on an adventure, but they had a hidden agenda, and now they want to clear the air and expose the lies, or maybe this is you clearing the air. Adventure awaits as you expose this hidden agenda and you clear the air, expose the lies, release the unspoken tensions, and you unmask their motives. You might create a new alliance along the way. These mixed signals about a cold shoulder are just attachment issues and jealousy issues. And you have a silent understanding about this, and this is the real story. They were playing both sides. They had a group dynamic going, and they were keeping secrets and being two-faced. Yep, because it was you and others are growing together, supporting each other. It was a joint effort the whole way, because this was planned, but you went into your safe space because you knew they were telling rumors about you, and you made a shocking discovery, and then you tested the limits to figure out their ulterior motives. But your past lives were helping you to see their ulterior motives, or your ancestors. Your ancestors are your supportive circle. Okay, these cards are speaking. You woke up to these karmic relationships. And your ancestors helped you with this, and they helped you to cross the threshold of whatever this is, overcoming this betrayal, cutting the people off that you didn't need anymore in your life. Trying to protect yourself, but the divine was guiding you. The divine was guiding you in how you needed to protect yourself and where you needed to go, what you needed to do. And it has helped you avoid whatever's going on with this Emperor. Yeah, your ancestors are helping you transform yourself in this situation. You're not alone. They're right there with you. You just can't see them. Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? In reverse. I feel like you've answered that question. Because it's in reverse. If it was in the upright, I feel like you would be needing to ask yourself that question, but you figured it out. You figured out that you're not alone, and you figured out how to mother yourself. It's like, because you got perspective. You got perspective on the situation. And you took a leap. You took a leap to set up boundaries. Or maybe you figured out that your mother wasn't a mother. She was not a star mother. Or that you don't need a star mother. Okay, what's this Two of Pentacles? Or this Page of Pentacles? You're lifting the veil by creating new solutions and starting over because you've learned some life lessons. And you've got the vision. You've got it. You're holding your vision, and you're just kind of working slowly to make it happen. Because you see, if anything doesn't align with you, with your values and morals and goals, it should not be in your life, taking up your time and your energy. So the only solution is to get a new beginning. That's part of your life lesson. It's necessary for your soul growth. Ten of Swords. What is it for this Ten of Swords and this bad influence? This was part of your double mission, whatever this betrayal was. This has given you rare gifts. Rare gifts because you trusted the divine to lead you on this mission of healing your inner child, and maintaining your innocence. And you figured out how to dance with life. Well, as you trusted in the divine, it helped you enjoy where you're at. And you were able to feel when you needed to do something. Okay. And that's helping you become a pillar of light, a perfect prism. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. So I think I'm going to leave it there. That's a good card to finish on. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye.